Joined by Northeastern head coach Bill Coen. To his left is Quincy Ford, and to his left is David Walker. We'll start with the comment from Coach Coen on the win, and then raise your hand if you have any questions. We'll bring the mic around. Coach?
First, I just want to congratulate Delaware, their players, their staff. Come down the stretch, I thought they played about as well as any team in this conference. They have a very young roster, and it's a credit to their coaching staff that they played as well. I thought they matured over the year as well as any team, and we knew coming into the game tonight that we were going to have our hands full. They have tremendous size and some depth on the front line, and that presented us problems. Prevented Scott from having a great game for us. I thought they did a tremendous job on him, but luckily these two young men up here, Davey Walker and Quincy Ford, stepped up and rose to the occasion. Made big shots all night long, made big plays, stepped to the foul line, and made clutch free throws. So we're very fortunate to get the win tonight. Very grateful and happy to be playing tomorrow night.
All right, questions? Raise hand. Right here in front.
Coach, Quincy was out with that injury last year. This is his first time in the CAA tournament since that game against JMU. How much of a different player is he?
Well, I mean, he's I can't say all good things about him because he's sitting right here, but he's one of the most likable guys on the team. He's a very hard worker. Obviously, he's got a tremendous skill set. I thought one of the best things you could say about him was his perseverance coming back from injury. Really dedicated himself over the summer to get his body right, and then had to transition to really step up for the team and play a different position. His first 2 years, he played power forward. Then he's played primarily, almost exclusively, small forward for us this year. And when you got somebody like Quincy who's got that kind of stroke, mid-range game, a tremendous foul shooter, and a good ball handler, it just gives you that versatility you need to be a good ball club.
And Quincy, I know if anything to describe your game, it seemed like it was aggressive today. Driving to the basket early on in the game as well. And after one take, I saw you kind of turn to the crowd and kind of let out some emotion. Did it feel good to kind of be back there on the tournament?
Absolutely. Just being out last year, this was a big game for our team and everybody. And there was some jitters in the beginning, but attacking the basket, once the first shot went in, it was game on. It felt great.
David, you missed the first free throw with, 20-something seconds left. Your team up one. What are you thinking as you're running down the floor? Delaware with a chance to take the lead. And then when you get the ball back and you get back to the line, what are you thinking going back to the free throw line?
I was thinking next play. It's hard not to get frustrated, but I know my teammates needed me. So I had to try to keep my head up, got the rebound, and stepped back up to the line and confidently made the two shots.
I thought the rebound was better than the free throws. I mean, that was a tremendous rebound and really game-saving.
Quincy, you only took 2 shots in the second half. Did they change how they were playing you? And David, you got much more aggressive in the second half. And what changed for you also?
Just taking what the defense gives you. In the first half, they were not as close as me, and just attacking, looking for my shot, always being ready to catch and shoot, like the coaches say. My teammates being confident in me. And then second half, there was a little bit more pressure. And David here was a great player, stepped up. Zach stepped up, Rich stepped up. All my teammates stepped up and made plays in the second half. So,
I think just taking what the defense gives you. I know one of the times they went under the ball screen, and we were always taught, if they go under, just shoot it. So stepped into that one, but I think it's just last 20 minutes, you got to stay aggressive, and teammates had confidence in me. They kept cheering me on. Just stepped in, made the shots.
Coach Quincy or David, either one of y'all can answer this question. Y'all speak of y'all teammates. The stat line that Zach had was amazing in the matchup between him and Harris. Is that the intensity that he brings every game?
Pretty much every day. Zach is kind of a unique player. He's got a very, very high basketball IQ. He's physically tough, mentally tough. He's got a great ability to pass the ball. So he's kind of a glue guy, and he's got a great ability on defense to sniff out plays. So he's a great complement to our other front court players as well as our perimeter players. And I think he makes the game easier for guys with his skill set on offense. And then defensively, he gives us that guy that you need that you can play switching defenses with. He plays a more perimeter front court guy, which Delaware has a few guys that can do that. And he's a tremendous rebounder. He's just got a whole lot of heart and soul.
Bill, where do you sit on the sort of you're up 3, final few seconds? Do you like the foul? Do you like to let it play out? And what are you thinking on that last possession?
I don't know if that question's ever going to be answered. You see it all the time. Teams, win and lose, doing it both ways. We talked about it on the bench, certainly. I think there was 14 seconds. That was too much time for us. But we typically don't foul. We have fouled in the past where we've had fouls to give, and that kind of puts us in that position. But typically we haven't fouled. I think it's a tricky play. If you get a really smart player, I know if somebody went to foul Davey, he'd try to get into a shot. And I think you got to be good at it. It sounds easy, just foul, but I think it's a little bit more difficult than that.
Coach, at times Quincy was matched up with Corey Holden, who had a real good first half. And it seems like Quincy's been out on the perimeter a bit more late in the season, defending some of those smaller guards. Just talk about his versatility on defense.
Well, that was an example of it tonight. Quincy's got the ability to keep guys in front of him, use his length. I thought Corey had an unbelievable first half. He got into the lane at will. He made some really tough step-back jumpers and fall-away jumpers. And, so we just tried to mix it up with a different defender and put Quincy on him and try to use his length and bother him a little bit. But that's just an example of what Quincy brings to the team, that type of versatility.
Anything else for these guys? All right, thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.